If you're still buying boring bottled dressings from the supermarket, it's time to fall to your knees and pray to the culinary gods for forgiveness. Today, I'm gonna show you 5 summer dressings that are stupid easy to make and actually taste like summer. Get ready to blast your taste buds with the zest, the tang, the salty, the sweet, and the sour. Now let's go! The first recipe you're gonna learn today is my standard vinaigrette. I've been making it for years and years. It is just an absolute winner. It's a go-to, sort of your M16 of vinaigrettes. Now before you start, it can be a really good idea to take a slightly damp towel like this and just set over the bowl that you'll be making the vinaigrette in. This way it doesn't slip around. Let's begin, and you're gonna find the recipe for all these dressings down in the description below the video. Starting with white wine or champagne vinegar, lemon juice, whole grain mustard, although you could absolutely use another one, a little pinch of salt, and some honey. And you wanna start by whisking up these ingredients first, and then you start streaming in your oil. Right now I'm going in with avocado oil. We are gonna put olive oil too, but I just like to cut it with a little bit of neutral oil. So you could use another one like grapeseed or what have you. Just stream it in little by little, and that mustard is really gonna help bring everything together. And finally, we're gonna stream in our extra virgin olive oil, just like we did with the avocado. And you're really gonna feel it thicken up right here in the end. And as you can see, it's nicely together, but if yours is a little bit split, that's absolutely fine as well. Now, before you put it away, always give it a little taste. It's sweet, it's sour, it's salty, it's absolutely delicious. This will never let you down. And you can use this just for simple side salads. You can drizzle this over grilled vegetables. That's absolutely delicious. If you make a cold pasta salad, you could use this as a dressing, would be absolutely delicious. Just think of it as an all-purpose vinaigrette. It's gonna be pretty much good on everything you put it on. And as a side note, when I'm making that vinaigrette at home, usually what I'll do is just put it in a mason jar and just shake it up. Then you can just stick it right in the fridge. The reason I'm using the bowl is really just so we can see it more visually, but that's just for YouTube. Oh, by the way, my friends, I have launched a gaming channel called ThatDudeCanCook. It's sort of the gaming universe of this whole thing. If you're into gaming at all, I will put a link in the corner as well as down below in the description. The next dressing we're gonna make today is Italian vinaigrette. You can think of this sort of like a souped up version of the first dressing. And just like before, I'm gonna show you how to make it, and then I'm gonna tell you what you can use it for. And this time we're starting with red wine vinegar, definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite vinegar. A little bit of Dijon mustard this time, but again, you could use whole grain. Some dried oregano and some dried Italian seasoning, chili flakes, shallot that I just really finely diced. And usually I would also put fresh thyme in here. I don't have any today, but if you have some, you could use that. Again, a little touch of honey that really just helps cut through all the sourness and balance it out. I never want my dressing to be sweet. I just want it to be balanced, if that makes sense. 2 little cloves of garlic that I'm just microplaning here. If you've never used a microplane, it just shreds things as finely as possible. Link in description if you need one. Pinch of salt and some Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. And do as much or as little as you like. Start by whisking up those ingredients before streaming in your extra virgin olive oil. I go pure olive oil on this one. And just like before, you want to stream it in little by little. And towards the end, it's going to thicken up nicely for you. And that's totally done. Again, if it's a little bit split, that's absolutely fine for these types of dressings. Weirdest tasting spoon of all time. Oh man, this one has got a vibe. It is delicious. If you've ever made those Italian style pasta salads with a whole bunch of deli meats, this is what you would use, and it's amazing. You could also use this for any type of pasta salad. You could do tomatoes and mozzarella, something like that. This would also be amazing drizzled over deli style sandwiches. And just like the first dressing, you can use this to really spruce up anything, grilled vegetables or what have you. The third dressing I'm gonna show you today, I'm sure you've heard of because it's available everywhere. It's one of the most popular dressings of all time. It's balsamic. Starting with balsamic vinegar, Dijon mustard, a little pinch of salt, some pep, some more microplaned garlic. And you don't have to add this, but I like doing a little minced shallot in here as well. And just like before, begin by whisking these ingredients first, then start streaming in your extra virgin olive oil. You guys know the deal, just go little by little, same as before. And the balsamic dressing should get nice and thick. You could even blend this one up if you wanted it to be really thick, but I'm kind of against blending vinaigrettes unless you have to, right? We have some dressings coming up where we have to. And here's a little test of the thickness if you're curious. And you guys are smart, you know what to use this on. I mean, you see it on the classic salad, right? It has like strawberries, goat cheese, candied walnuts, right? You see that thing everywhere. And it's popular for a reason because that is good. The flavor on that. But it's also really good with roasted vegetables as well as caprese style salads. And that's it, my friends. It's just a really good vinaigrette. We've got a couple heavy hitters for our next 2 dressings. We're gonna start with Caesar dressing, which is one of my favorite things of all time. It has so much flavor. And I've been dialing in this recipe for literally over a decade. It is absolutely perfect. In my opinion, it is so good. We're gonna start with 1 whole egg going into a food processor. And look at that egg, really beautiful. I like to add a little touch of water with that egg. I'll explain more in a sec. A couple cloves of garlic. Then just pop a lid on it and blend this up for about 90 seconds. The water and the garlic with the egg really help it to fluff up and volumize. You'll see it go from yellow to sort of off-white because the end goal here is a really nice, fluffy, flavor-packed Caesar. Next, I'm gonna add in the anchovies. I really go light with the anchovy. I'll do 2 or maybe 3, as well as your Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice and white wine vinegar, salt, and pepper. Now just pop the lid on and return blending for about 30 seconds. Next, we're going in with our Parmesan cheese, which I just finely kind of grated. Again, blend for 30 seconds. And then just continue to blend while you stream in your avocado oil. And then lastly, I'll add in my extra virgin olive oil because I don't want to overblend it. They tend to get bitter. And that is done. And as you can see, that's just beautifully thick, really nicely together. Let's give this a taste and I'll tell you what I do with it. Wow. I've been to plenty of great restaurants that specialize in Caesar salad, and while I do respect the tradition of that really fishy Caesar salad, it's just not for me. This has this nice balance of everything. It's just so full of flavor without being too overwhelming in any one department. Obviously, you can use this to make Caesar salad, but that's actually my least favorite way to use it. I love making sandwiches and wraps with this. I'll link to some of those videos at the end of this one. And because it's thick, you can also just use this as a dipping sauce if you want to dip some vegetables into it, or some roasted vegetables, or anything you have around, some French fries, anything. That's one for your arsenal, my friends. And the last dressing we're gonna make today is Green Goddess. This one really brings me back to my cooking roots in Sonoma County, where I grew up in the early 2000s, because back then every single restaurant made it, and they probably still do. Now, authentic Green Goddess dressing actually uses mayonnaise, so I'm going in with my mayonnaise, although I will say this, you can absolutely sub out that mayo for yogurt. This is just whole milk yogurt, and what I'm doing today is actually 50-50, just to reduce the calories a bit. We're also going in with sour cream, garlic, lemon juice, and white wine vinegar, a little bit of anchovy, as well as a little bit of that anchovy oil. And now we're gonna go in with a bunch of herbs. I'm starting with chives, and I say herbs because I was born in the UK, and it's the one thing that stuck with me through the years. I used to say tomatoes, guys. Thank God I don't anymore. Next, I'm going in with tarragon, but feel free to get creative with the herbs. If you don't like tarragon, leave it out. Use another one. Try basil, try cilantro, do whatever you like. But I love tarragon and Green Goddess. I think it needs to be in here. Some flat leaf parsley, and the next ingredient is optional, but it will leave your dressing with a bright green, vivid color. Simply just blanch a big handful of spinach for about 45 seconds before moving into ice water. Leave for another minute and then squeeze out as much moisture as possible. You'll end up with a little ball like this, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it has a huge impact on the color. Straight in. All you need to do now is add a little salt and pepper, and then blend this up on high speed for about 1 minute. And there you have it, my friends. Look at that beautiful, vivid green color. And as you can see, it has a nice bit of thickness to it, but as another optional ingredient you can add in here, you could put avocado to make it even thicker, and that'll just make it work better for heartier lettuces like romaine, and if you want to use it as a dip. You could even use this as sauce for grilled proteins like steak. I bet it would be good on shrimp, chicken. It's one of those sauces that is sort of an all-arounder. It's so interesting, so herbaceous. I don't think it's a word, but it's really delicious. It's honestly flavor-packed. You're gonna find a variety of uses for this. Well, thanks for hanging out today, my friend, and if you're a fan of written recipes, check out my Master in the Making ebook. You Are the Master in the Making, that has 55 of my favorite recipes. That's linked below in the description. And if you want to keep learning today, you could use that Caesar dressing to make this incredible chicken Caesar wrap. These things are perfect for the summer. Otherwise, over here, I have a really incredible chipotle lime coleslaw that is just awesome recipe. Until next time, you know I love you, and I'm out.